Hello, everybody. I'm Michael Fudge. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it very much. Today, we're going to talk about referential integrity and foreign keys. Hopefully, I can clear them up for you. Let's get started. Okay, we're back. We're looking at our vehicle database again, and let me get rid of this guy here. We don't want to see him anymore. And while I'm at it, let me just clean up and get rid of that ID column. I don't want to confuse anybody. Okay, remember the primary key of this table is the VIN, and we have this other table here, makes, and the primary key of that column is the make. Okay, now let's talk about foreign keys and referential integrity and why you should care about referential integrity. Referential integrity is a rule that says if I take a column in a table and say, you here, you are a foreign key, then what I'm saying is that the values that I see before me must be primary key values in what's called the referring table. Okay, so let's start by why you should care about foreign keys, and then how do you configure them. Okay, so first and foremost, with the way I have things set up now, I could add another vehicle, and then I can put a make in here like that. Let's put a make in like this, Mike. The Mike car. And it has no problems doing this, even though this is not a valid make of car. We don't sell Mikes. There just isn't a car called Mike. So how do you enforce that as a rule, right? Because this is important. Think about this. You have a table of customers and you have a table of orders. The last thing you want is an entity in that orders table that doesn't have a customer, right? There's a $10,000 order that you're about to fulfill and ship out, but it's got no customer. This would be a problem, right? So this is the problem that foreign keys solve. Is foreign keys allow us to establish a business rule between one table or entity and another table or entity, and we can combine them together on the foreign key. And the way the foreign key works is it's a column that exists in a table where the values in that column must come from another table's primary key. So I don't see Mike in here, and therefore, I cannot make this a foreign key because Mike violates what we call referential integrity. So first and foremost, let's get rid of this row. Then let's set this to be a foreign key. Now in this DBMS, it's a little weird the way you have to set it to be a foreign key. You have to use this relationships tool. And then you need to add the tables like that. And then you drag and drop like this. And then you turn on. Now I can't do it because, of course, I have them open here. I need to close them. It's just the way this pesky database works. So I want to join them together that way. Okay, now they're linked. So now I've established a rule. And the rule basically says that the make over here must have values that exist in this that make over here. So I cannot add Mike to this table over here until I add Mike first to this table over here. Okay, that's basically it. So let's see what this actually does. Let's save it. Okay, now we've got a foreign key. Let's go back to the vehicles table and let's add our row again. And ABC 1, 2, 3, 4. And then let's add the Mike make and then the model. Doesn't matter. It's not gonna let me insert it anyway. You cannot add or change the record because a related record is required in table makes. So what it's telling me is that there's no value Mike in the makes table, therefore I cannot add this. So let's fix this. Let's go to makes. Let's add the value Mike. You can also see that this DBMS now added a little widget here, right? So see it says RAM, If I click this plus, I see all the vehicles that are Rams. If I go to Chevy and I click the plus, there's the 2 Chevys. There were 3 Fords, I think, right? There's the 3 Fords. Pretty cool. That's just something that this DBMS does for you. It makes things a little easier. Let's go back here. Now let's see if I can save this record. And now I did. Now it saved it in there. And now I have a situation where it added that make. Okay. And that's basically referential integrity. It's a way to enforce for a column the data domain that says your values must come from the values that are primary key in another table. And so basically in a table, you have a column, and that column is the foreign key. And when that column is the foreign key, you're saying these values come from a referring table, which means that referring tables' primary keys are these values. And that basically gives us referential integrity. And referential integrity makes sure that I cannot just add whatever I want in here. I must add a value that is found over here.